Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'm working with you step by step through each of the ABRSM theory grades. Once you've completed your music theory and practice workbook, past exam papers are an excellent revision resource. I've worked with you through 2014 to 2018 past papers, and now I'm really pleased to be able to bring 2019 to you as well. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets that are available to download in US letter or A4, and they accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find out about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to make the best use of your time on exam day and how to be best prepared for your exam. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe and share out the videos. And now we're going to carry on with question 5 of the 2019 grade 5 paper A. So if you turn with me to page 8, we can make a start on that. So the first question we're going to be looking at is the chromatic scale. And I do suggest that even if you don't play piano, you do have a sketch out of a piano keyboard. It doesn't have to be a marvellous work of art, but just a visual aid to help you to see those semitones easily rather than trying to hold it all in your brain, and that's where mistakes can easily happen. And so we're going to be writing a descending chromatic scale. We're coming downwards and we're starting on the note F sharp. Before we get writing the notes, there's just one thing to bear in mind. If you remember from your workbook, you were told that you need to make sure that notes 1, 4 and 5 are related to this starting tonic. So for example, if you get the option between writing a G flat or an F sharp, you choose F sharp because that's your tonic. And so number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be F sharp. So you choose, so we want, oh sorry, we're on F sharp. So F sharp is 1, let's start that again. And so number 4, 1, 2, 3 is the B. So instead of writing a C flat, you'd write the B, and then the C is number 5, so it would be C sharp to be related to this tonic note F sharp. Ordinarily, it's a general rule of thumb to think that if you're starting on a sharp, wherever possible, stick to sharps, but that's not always possible. But these are the 4 notes that we need to keep in relation to the tonic. And so now keep it in semibreve, so we don't have to worry about stems or anything. We've just got to get the blobs in the right place. So we're starting on F sharp, so the next note down is F. And so of course we have to cancel the sharp, otherwise it's still F sharp. So don't forget to cancel what's gone before. The next note will be E. And then next note down from that, we could choose E flat, but I'm going to write it as a D sharp. And the other thing, just one other thing actually to mention, is we need to make sure that every step, line space, is represented at least once and no more than twice. That's the other rule of thumb to make these completely accurate. So D sharp, so now we'll be coming down to the D, so we need to cancel that sharp. And then we're coming down, and so we'll call this C sharp because we've used the D note twice, and so we wouldn't want 3 calling it a D flat. And C sharp is also the 5th that we need to make sure we properly represent. And then coming down we want C, so we need to cancel that sharp. And then the next note is B, so nothing needed there. And then we could call it B flat, but I'm going to call it A sharp just because it's sort of a tidier way of keeping in with your tonic, your starting note. And so coming down again, we need to cancel that A sharp to an A natural. And then we've used the A twice. We're not going to call this A flat, we'll call it G sharp. So we're not using too many on that A allocation. So G sharp and also G sharp, it's better to stick in sharps wherever possible. Next one will be G natural, so we need to cancel that sharp. And that brings us nicely home to F sharp. So that's soon done. So it's much easier if you can just visualize. It doesn't take much to just sketch out a quick octave or so on a piece of scrap paper. I really do recommend that you do that. And next we're on to a scale where we're writing out a harmonic minor scale. And before we get started on that, I will just say that it's always a good idea to have your circle of fifths written out before you start any exam paper. And that way you've easily got your majors and minors to hand. You can just go as far as you need to for whichever grade you're on. And if you're not sure how to do that quickly and easily, if you just go to my video Circle of Fifth, it's on the playlist Music Theory for Everyone. I'll put the links in the cards and in the descriptions, and then that will really help you to just have your information quickly and easily to hand. And so we are asked to write an ascending version. So we're going to be going up of the harmonic minor scale, and so we need to remember that the harmonic minor has the raised seventh going up and down, and we need to write a key signature of a scale with 4 flats. So the 4 flats we know would be A flat major, and the related minor key to that is F minor, which has B, E, A, D flats. So we can just pop that in straight away. B flats, E flats, A flats, D flats. We're in bass clef, so positioning those correctly. And so we've just worked out that it's F minor. So we just need to now make sure we allocate 1 note each step of the scale. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, that's the octave. The key signature does all of the work for us, apart from we need to raise the 7th. As we are ascending, we count upwards. If you were descending, you'd count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now to raise it, we can't just stick a sharp in. That doesn't do the job necessarily. At the moment, that's E flat. And so to raise E flat, we need to put a natural sign to put it to E natural. And that's that question completed. I do hope that's helpful to you. I hope it's helpful to your studies. If you can give me a like, that would be really super. Please do subscribe so as to keep updated, and please do share out the videos. Please also do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's available there to help you. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.